Good day, folks. Today, the tile palette. Okay, so in Unity, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go to Window, and then we're going to go to 2D, and then Tile Palette. All right. Yours might look slightly different than mine. I just expanded it. You can also move around by using the arrow keys on your computer. Sorry, on your keyboard. Okay. So the ones I'm going to be working with today are going to be these guys, and I'm just sort of like scrolling in like that. But anyways, before we get too far, if we go ahead to in our project hierarchy, we're going to see we've got here underneath our grid, we've got foreground, level, background, far background. So these different kind of tile maps are going to be associated with kind of different like layers. So if we look at foreground, level, and background and far background, these are all here where it says here as far as this order and layer, these are sort of sorted. And the thing to keep track of though is if we go to level, we see there is a component that is not in any of the other tile maps. So if we go to level, we see here we've got Tile Map Collider 2D. This is what's going to give kind of the ability for the player character to, or the player game object to interact with this like with its physics, okay? So pretty much these different foreground, background, and far background are decorative layers. They do not have a physical component, okay? Level does. So if we work with the level tile map, that is going to have an impact as to how if the player can jump on it, okay, or if it blocks it. So I'm going to go ahead to my tile palette. I've got this this little platform selected here, and I'm going to go ahead with our Paint with Active Brush. So my tile palette, I'm going to just go ahead and click and drag, and see how I've got this highlighted now. I go back to Unity, and actually I'm going to kind of just move this to the side for now. And you see I've got a situation where I can click. I'm just going to add this here. Now note you've got the white box above it where your cursor is actually where the stuff's going to be placed. So I go ahead, I'm going to add these three. Let's actually change it. I just did a Command Z. So let's see if I just put it here. Okay. So now when I play the game, distracted, I'm sorry. Embarrassing. All right, so now when I jump on these platforms, like the physics engine actually detects that should be like solid ground, okay? Versus let's go ahead back here and let's set it so that, and you can do it in two different places. Where it says active tile map, you can select level. Here, I'm going to do far background, or you can just have it selected over there. Okay, so now if I go ahead to, let's do, instead of far background, let's do like background. And let's select, I don't know, this cloud here. I go ahead, I select select this area of the grid. Okay, then I go ahead to the Paint with Active Brush. I go ahead and that's going to add add that, or maybe it's not. Let's see what I'm doing wrong here. There we go. It was just behind that there. Okay, so I just selected the paint tool and then just selected it like that. Okay. Cool. Yeah, so I would say don't spend a ton of time decorating this because for your project you'll be like kind of creating your own level. So anyways, wish you the best of luck, folks. Great stuff.